you. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Kemps, this is a question. Did any of you grow up in Palos Verdes Estates, and what does that mean to you?
I'm sorry, ask the question again.
Did any of you grow up in Palos Verdes Estates, and what does that mean to you, if you did, I guess?
Any of you. I didn't hear the first part. I apologize. I grew up in Rancho Palos Verdes.
It's okay, I'm from there.
I didn't mean it as an elitist answer. I'm sorry. I love both cities, so respectfully, there it is. I grew up in Rancho Palos Verdes, went through all schools. Absolutely love our cities. I've actually spent most of my adult life with my family in Palos Verdes Estates, so nothing against RPV. I absolutely love it, and I love our nature and everything else that goes with it. As a child, I didn't fully appreciate it. I got to go to Malaga Cove School, and now we only have administrators there. So I absolutely love our city, is the answer.
Thank you. Jennifer?
I didn't grow up here. I grew up in Orange County, and my husband grew up in the Midwest. But when our oldest of our 3 children was starting kindergarten, we were looking for a community that was very much like where we grew up, where we went to our neighborhood school and where we knew all our neighbors. And we were so thrilled that we were able to find that in Palos Verdes Estates. Again, that 5-year-old who was starting kindergarten is now 25. And I think when she gets to the point where she's having children, she would love to come back to Palos Verdes Estates here. So it's been a wonderful home for us.
Mr. McGowan?
I did not grow up in Palos Verdes either. I came from a little place called Minnesota. And based upon the weather reports of the last few weeks, we're glad we're out here and not back there. But all kidding aside, I grew up in a community very similar to Palos Verdes Estates, albeit it was a suburb of Minneapolis. It was not on the ocean. And when we got transferred here 23 years ago, we thought we had died and gone to heaven.
Okay. Mr. McCarthy?
I did not grow up in Palos Verdes. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, you Wiley?
Get out.
Very similar to this. I moved out here in 1980 to join the Los Angeles Police Department. I got here on a Friday. I started on Monday. I met my wife in 1985. We had an apartment down on the Esplanade, and we used to look up at the hill and see all the sparkling lights and say, hey, one day we want to live up there. And 3 houses later, 21 years ago, we were able to get in when the recession hit. It was actually a good time to buy. Raised my girls here. Great place to live. I treasure the parklands. I love the openness. It's wonderful. New Yorkers come out to visit and they want to come back, and I have to tell them no. But, that's great. Yes, great place to live.
Thank you. Ms. Peterson?
I was actually born in Taiwan and moved to the United States in 1989. My first city was La Cañada, and after being there for about a year, my parents decided that they wanted to get closer to the ocean, but still find a place that has just a tremendous school district, so we moved here. Growing up here, it's always quiet and boring, and gosh, I can't wait to get out of here. But after I had children, we knew that this is the best place to be. Again, the school's great. We're one of the safest cities in the country, and also we were voted the #1 place to live in California by USA Today. So what could be, wrong with being here? So I love the city, and this is why I wanted to run and wanted to contribute and wanted to give back to the community that I love so much. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Losey?
So I did not grow up in Palos Verdes Estates. I grew up in Hollywood Riviera, right down the street. The thing I remember most about Palos Verdes High School, I played basketball in high school, and I remember, I don't know why, 35 or 40 years later, I remember a basketball game at PV High. So that was my best memory there. I actually, my husband and I moved here 10 years ago, and kind of the same reasons as other people said. We were in Manhattan or Redondo Beach, and I remember walking on the Strand and looking up at the hill and thinking, geez, I've traveled the whole world for that view and that feeling. And wow, it was there the whole time. I felt like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. And so when we were when our kids were more middle school and high school, we really thought we needed to make a firmer decision on schools, and we looked here first. And then also just when you drive up the hill, you just feel that it's special, and you feel the open space, and you know that makes it a special place, and that's how we landed here.
Okay, next one.